Hi, everybody. I'm Tanya Baldwin from Mind, Body, Spirit, Healthy Self, and also the host of Trauma Talk. I'm mostly on Facebook, but I'm also on all the other social media like LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, and also I have a YouTube channel. I do have a webpage called www.mindbodyspirithealthyself.com, and you can go there and see I do have some blogs on there, as well as links to some other stuff. So anyway, check it out if you want to. So it's Saturday. It's lovely Saturday, and I love Saturday. I love it because currently that means that I just have one position that I'm operating in, and that's my company, as opposed to working a job and a company. I did pull cards already this morning, and I love what came up. It's and I don't know if this will resonate with you. If you want a card pulled for you, good morning. I can't see who that is. It just says Facebook user. I think with Facebook that you actually have to go into StreamYard and give it permission or something like that to so then your name shows up when we're talking or when I see you come up. But that being said, if you want a card drawn specifically for you, just give me a little pop. And I just, in saying that, I remember somebody had asked yesterday and I told them I was going to pull a card for them and put it in the group, and I did not yet. So a good reminder for myself. So this morning I pulled soulmates. So I don't know who this one's working for, but this is just beautiful. If you can see the little female penguin with her head tucked underneath the male penguin's head, she has a heart with a lock, and he's holding the key. And there's all these beautiful hearts swirling around them. It's just beautiful. So let's see what the message is for this one. Hi, Jess. Happy birthday. Right. I wish you a wonderful happy birthday. And I had another Jess friend, my friend in Ontario, who had her birthday yesterday. So fellow Libras there. But I sang her happy birthday last night. So, you never know what you're going to get with me. I could end up just interacting and being like, happy birthday. But I will pull a card with you after I'm done with the general reading, and I'll figure out which deck. Anyway, so for this one, let's see if this resonates for anyone. So the essential meanings are harmonious partnerships, love, friendship, companionship, a relationship fostering personal growth. So the Oracle's message is you are meant to evolve and transform with the companionship of others. And we do. We grow with other people, right? And I said this before in one of my reels. We maybe don't heal in the environments that cut us, but we do need those environments to show us where we need to put bandages, right? Those cuts that we get when we're with other people. So when somebody says something and it triggers you, or, when somebody behaves a certain way and you feel, this emotional response in you, or you feel like you're constantly attracting the same partners over and over, it's showing you something in yourself that you need to heal. So we use companionship as a way to heal. Right, to learn. Certain people enter your life in order to take you to the next level of healing, consciousness, and authenticity. Right? By what we learn, what we don't like is how we learn what we do like. So if we're in a relationship that's like, I don't like somebody who's untrustworthy. I found that out, right? So I know that I want to have trust within myself, because when I have trust within myself, I can have trust within other people. So it's always a reciprocal experience, although the results for each of you will vary. You know these people by the strong pull drawing you towards them, and sometimes by a strong aversion to them initially. Soulmates can be friends for life or remain in your life for only a short time. No matter what, you will be changed in ways you can't possibly fathom now. Pay attention to these people today. They are your greatest gift. In the relationship message, so if anyone was looking specifically for a relationship message here, consider love in the deepest sense. Love so powerful that you will never be the same, regardless of how long your relationship lasts. Consider friendships and romantic bonds so compelling that they overwhelm you with gratitude or break you so open you will finally claim who you were meant to be. Even a companion animal reminds you that it is you who is being rescued and healed. And I've said this numerous times. I rescued my dog, but he rescued me. It's the truth. Those animals, they ultimately do lift us from a space that we were in. So pay attention, for you are in the presence of a soulmate come to guide you home to the real you. The prosperity message. So if you're looking at your career, business, any, if you're an entrepreneur, if there's anything that's regarding your income, money, financial prosperity, stuff like that is where this is, right? So strategic alliances are most important right now as you begin to attract the perfect people to support your dreams. This is a journey you will share with others, mentors, business partners, helpers, employees, creative partners, friends, and strangers. Open doors for you and step through the portal to join you in a harmonic dance of collaboration, commitment, and co-creation. This is what you've been waiting for. So the card speaks to aligning with people who support your vision and maybe help you get to the next level. I had an amazing session today that actually pulled this card, like would resonate with this card. I joined somebody because I wanted to learn more about chakras and mudras and mantras and healing and all of that stuff. So I had joined somebody for lessons in that area. And in the meditation today, at the end of the meditation, he actually singled me out and wants me to support, like, or to help, or to, share my stuff within that group. So it became a collaborative experience out of the blue. It wasn't what I was expecting. I showed up for a meditation and then now I'm collaborating in areas. So it's fantastic, right? That's the way things happen. Okay. So the protection message, and I'm going to talk about that, even though I did pull the card in this direction. An important relationship brings you to your knees. This is the kind of soulmate who comes with a powerful gift. Your patterns and your old stories that don't serve your well-being enter into this dynamic so you can heal them. This person is called to a sacred task to help you learn, even if it seems uncomfortable, sticky, or even inconceivable. The question is not, why did he or she do this to me? Like, why did they do this to me? But rather, what is the gift in this? What can I learn? How can I grow? What did I discover about myself through this experience? Look in the mirror. You will only be changed for the better. So it's a beautiful card. And I hope that it resonates with somebody, or that you can glean some information from it, even if the whole thing doesn't resonate with you. But we're all part of, how I relate to myself. So the love that I give myself is the love that I'm able to see within the people around me. If I don't love myself, I'm not going to attract honest, holistic, full love from other people. They're only going to show up as well as I'm showing up for myself. If I think that, I'm not worthy of financial abundance, I'm not going to see financial abundance in my world. I'm going to find ways to always be in lack, right? You have what you see within yourself is how you're going to be expressing or gathering stuff outside of you. So let's see what the other cards were. So we'll talk about, I did actually pull the tarot card last, so I'm going to just go in the order that I pulled the cards. So, and by the way, we're pulling 40s today. This one was 41, which would make a 5, and 43 for a 7. So overflow, overwhelm, and plenty, right? They both are overwhelm is the same overflow as having an abundance, right? It's an overflow of energy. So for 43, let's see what the message is. Too much, overwhelm, and plenty. So many good things are headed your way or are already occurring in your life right now, yet you may be thinking that they're not possible or you're not worthy of them. I was just saying that. Is saying it. Saying it. So abundance is everyone's natural state before we project our restrictions on it, defining what it means, who has it, who gets it, and so forth. Is that when we were in this meditation, one of the key things that he said, and he's Sharma, but one of the key things he said is when we're born on this earth, we're not born as anything but a baby. We are a baby. We are a soul. You're not born as, an engineer or an accountant or a Christian or anything. We are we're a baby. That's what we are. We have no titles. We have nothing associated with us. We are a blank state. We're a blank thing that just, like we're built with the love and the abundance that comes from source. When we get here, we start putting labels and restrictions and blocking ourselves in and creating this frame that we sit within, because that's what society has put on us, right? And then we start living within that framework. So right now, take yourself out of your conditioning and look at your life through the eyes of plenty. There is so much beauty and love, and there is. Right now, there's so much yellow, and yellow is my joy color. The trees are amazing right now. If you're in anywhere where it's fall, it's just this glorious, beautiful outdoors. I could look at my dog and see just so much beauty and love. Like, that dog loves me unconditionally every single day. All he looks at me with is just this big source of love, right? So just look outside of you for all the examples of beauty and love and plenty that exist to call more into you. So opportunities and divine synchronicities destined to support your dreams abound and are lined up for you. Yet it's sometimes difficult to discern it all because you're bombarded with too much information and stimulation, distracting you from the truth that all is well, right? TV, social media, the people gossiping, talking negatively. If you listen to what other people say, right? If they're telling you, that you're no good or you're not going to achieve anything, we have people in our lives that are like big sources of negativity or criticism or limiting beliefs. If we listen to them, we limit ourselves. So don't allow anyone to affect you on the inside, right? If a doctor comes in and says you're dying from cancer, don't listen to what he's saying. Prescribe to your own thing, which is that you are healing, that you're healthy, that you're whole, that you're positive, right? Like, many ways that we can do this. So sometimes all this overflow can be overwhelming, and you may find yourself responding with empathy overload. Empathy overload occurs when you tune into the collective angst and fear about impending changes and uncertainty. It's unmanageable. You feel like you're drowning in those emotions. It's time to allow yourself to detach, bring yourself back to your life, restore your faith in a power greater than you, and remind yourself to focus on your smaller personal universe, which is much easier to manage. In this way, you know that you are a conduit for life's blessings and can share them with others, making this perception of overflow profoundly positive, right? That's a beautiful, beautiful message in that card, right? And I did that. I can honestly say I did that within my life. If we're focusing on everything, right? If you turn on the news, you're going to hear, all the news from around the world. You're going to hear the negative stuff that's going on, Russia and Ukraine. You're going to hear, anything that's going on in China, anything that's going on in the Middle East. You're going to hear what's going on in the United States. You're going to hear about people suffering in this space. You're going to hear about death and dying in here. You're going to hear about fighting and arguing there. You're going to hear so much negativity out there. It's overwhelming because we want it to stop. We want to be helping. We want to be, creating a healthier or a more beautiful world. We want to be saving people, fixing things, right? And that overwhelm of negativity can be really crushing. So turn the TV off. Look in your own world. What can you impact within your day-to-day life? Is your child unhappy or unhealthy? And you could just focus on making that person's life better. What about you? What can you do to make yourself better, healthier, happier, so that you can fill others up from a full cup, right? So the tarot card that I pulled was the Chariot, which is number 7. So let's see what our Chariot has to tell us. And that's a major arcana card, hence why it has the number 7. So Light Seer in this position, which is the position that it showed up, it actually flew out of the deck, landed on top of my table here in the upright position, staring at me. And I was like, okay, we're taking the Chariot. So victory, speed and action, determination, harnessing and uniting opposing energies. Good morning, sunshine. Staying in the Light Seer one. Harnessing and uniting opposing energies, success, travel, confidence, willpower, control. In this position, or the message, the warning or protection message, I like protection. Lack of energetic focus, lack of discipline, going in the wrong direction, a tendency to speed past the needs of others. So the universe constantly gives us the opportunity to become the person we want to be. It's a magical time for taking inspired action. Push ahead with willpower and determination because you will get there. Remember, inaction is the same as deciding to stay still. The Chariot reminds you that while you are on the way to your goal, you need to make decisions about your best path forward. If you feel pulled in two different directions, you know that you will be able to coax both of these energies towards the same target. Charging ahead without paying attention to your path can sometimes be harmful to those in your wake. So take care not to trample on others on your way up the mountain. Choose the thing you really want, focus your efforts, and move swiftly. If you aren't sure what your direction is, then it's time to make some plans, align goals, and spark dreams. I choose who I am becoming, and I run toward it with conviction and consistent motion, right? We can't just dream, we have to do, right? I've said this before. If we dream, it keeps it in the mystical. If we want to bring it into the physical, right? If we look at metaphysical, we don't want it in the meta, we want it in the physical, because we're living in a physical realm right now. This body is physical. So we need to take our dreams and apply action to make them a physical thing. Okay. So I'm not sure who's listening because all I see is Facebook user, but I appreciate that you're listening. If you want to drop me what your name, who you are, and I'm going to pull a card. And I think I'm going to pull a card for my lovely friend Jess. And I'm going to pull it from my from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, because this is really my favorite deck right now. So I want you to just focus, Jess. If you're still there, I hope you are. I hope you stayed through the whole time. Hi, Amanda. Hello, love. So I'm going to pull a card for Jess. I just want you to focus on whatever question that you're asking or whatever you're looking for an answer in. And I will pull a card for you. So the card that I pulled was flexible, and I'm only showing you in that direction. So it's flexible number 19, which would be in 10, which would again become a 1, but I pulled it in the protection. So I'm just going to let you see that, and let's see what the protection message is from flexible. Flexible. So I'll talk about the essential meanings first. Hi, Joanne. Love you, darling. So I'll talk about the essential message, and then I'll relay the protection message from the card. So the essential meaning is teachability, open-mindedness, being adaptable without compromising what is important. So the oracle's message is: a tree's roots are solidly planted in the ground, yet its branches can bend in a hurricane, whereas a rigid structure like a building would come crashing down. Consider how the tree remains supple and secure when everything around it may be in shambles. This is how you need to be now. Willing to learn new things, teachable, malleable, yet firmly grounded in who you are. Common sense is important, but so is an open mind. Stay curious, stay open, stay aware. At this time, others will be more flexible with you too. So because I pulled it in the protection, when you or someone else becomes too rigid, you lose access to growth and untapped potential and find yourself in an us versus them scenario. Loosen up, open your mind and heart, and see if a more flexible approach feels better. Rigidity will set you up for a fight where there are only losers and no winners. Could you find a way to bring about a result that is mutually beneficial? Meet in the middle. Spirit makes a great mediator. So I don't know if that resonates with you. I hope that it does. And if anyone else wants a card this morning, drop me a little message, and I will drop me a little thing right now, and I will pull you a card. I've already pulled one for myself, and I'm interested to read the message afterwards. I pull a card for myself every day, and right now I'm just journaling on it because I want to see how it shows up, right? So I've pulled chop wood, pulled this chop wood card before. And the message in chop wood, carry water is do the tasks, do those tasks, right? And if you let me, what's your name? The one, pull a card for me, just so because when I'm saying it, I'm always trying to just think I'm pulling a card for Jess, or in this case, I'm pulling a card. I'm thinking Amanda. Am I pulling Joanne? Perfect. I will pull a card for Joanne. I'm just going to focus on you. I can see you, beautiful woman. I hope you're doing well. No, I want this card. Okay. So another card in protection mode, but the card is new life, number 39, which would be 12, which would then reduce down to 3. So you could look up the number 3 to see what that is, but I did pull it in protection. So I'll read the essential meaning and then I'll read the protection message. What I love about these cards is that it's not a negative message. The protection message really just looks at the overall message and applies a little bit of a protection, like a way to, what is the message that just be cautious, right? That's how I kind of see that. So 39. New life. One too far. New life. So in the essential meaning is birth of new ideas, growth, opportunities, a breath of fresh air, life renewing itself. The oracle's message: when spring awakens the world, joy and excitement can be felt all around and in your very core. Blossoms burst from trees overnight, birds return home and sing their glorious song, and nature is full of promise. Miracles beckon all of us. This is one of those times in your life when new ideas inspire you and new opportunities bring you hope for seeing your dreams come true. All is well in your world, and you have the energy you need to feel renewed. Allow your heart to fill with enthusiasm. Let your light shine, for this is a time of good fortune. So the protection message: you must acknowledge your inexperience and gently allow yourself to be like the delicate new bud opening. It's okay to admit you may not know something. You are at the beginning of things and haven't hit your stride. Be immersed in the newness of it all and don't try to rush the learning process. New life has its own timetable for maturity. Be here now. Life loves you. So I don't know if you're starting some learning or something new, but it's just that protection message is just not to rush it. Right. And some of us do that. I probably would have been one, like, I got to get to master level right away. I'm going to eat this I'm going to eat the whole elephant at once instead of bite. Right. Which if we slow down, we absorb things in a much better way. Right. When we're rushing through, we probably miss a lot of the information that we could because we're just jamming it all in as fast as we can. So if you take time with whatever you're experiencing that's in this new stage and just enjoy that in the moment. Just in the moments, right? Amanda, hello, love. I'm going to give a little knock on the cards, make sure we shuffle out. Let me know if that resonated for you, Joanne. I'm curious to know if you're in the process of learning something new, or taking on something new, or experiencing some, different state in your life that card resonates with. So, Amanda, I will. Let's see what message we can't get for you today. It's all about protections today. It really is about protections today. So in the upright position, it's number 46, regeneration, which I pulled in the protection. So we'll read the essential meanings and the oracle message, and then I'll tell you what the protection is. Regeneration. I have not read this card before, so this will be an interesting new one for me. I love when I haven't read a card before. Okay, regeneration. The essential meaning: you're talking about starting a new job, rebirth, second chances, new opportunities. So the oracle's message: second chances are available to you now. Whatever opportunities you thought were dead are now revived in a more authentic, stronger form. Whatever you may have perceived as failure or loss is now being replaced by something better and more powerful, growing in its place. This rebirth is assured. Step into your new life. Destiny is being fulfilled in wondrous ways. Protection message. Endings come in many forms, and now is the time to stop holding on to what must die so that something better can take its place. So if you let go of the old path of work, that new path comes in and it's going to be so much better, right? Nature's cycles include disease, decay, death, and regeneration. Let whatever isn't working in your life die. Don't be afraid to face the facts. There is no need to struggle or grieve. Whatever your query, let it go. You're about to be reborn. I love that. That's even in the protection state. That's a good message. It's just talking about sometimes we hold on. And when we hold on to that, we keep that energy with us. And that energy can be really negative or toxic or unhealthy for our overall growth or for the next stage in our life. Right. And I've talked about that before, about holding on to things and letting go. If let's say I hated this cup, which I don't, I love this cup. It's one of my favorite cups. But if I didn't like this cup, if I refuse to let it go, how am I going to ever have another cup that I like? I can't have something in the place of something, right? Unless I'm willing to let it go and put it down. Don't be afraid to let go of stuff, because that's how we let something new come in. Right. So letting go of that old job or that old role, or, the other you may now give you the opportunity to step into that newness, which is going to be so much better and more aligned for you. And it's going to bring about a lot of good. Okay. So there. I don't know if anyone else is on that wants a card, but if that's the case, I'm going to jump off on my Saturday, and if you want to let me know how you feel that card resonated for you, Amanda, I would appreciate that. But I am going to pop off and I'm going to, I don't know, it's a bit of a cool looking day out there. It's very overcast, but I think I might go and check in on my pooch, because he actually got up this morning, had breakfast, went outside, and then he came inside and went back to bed, which is actually the typical move for him. Usually I'm going to work and my roommate's still home. So he just goes and crawls back in bed with the roommate and her dog and hangs out with them because I've gone to work. But I find it very humorous that today the roommate's not here. She's off visiting and it's just me and him. But as soon as I let him back in, he trotted back upstairs and went back to bed. So anyway, I appreciate that. You're welcome. So if anyone is on and wants a card pulled for them right now, you got a few seconds, probably 2 minutes. Let's say at 9:50, if nobody asks for anything, I'm going to cut a rug and go and take care of go out for a walk in this cool, and it might be raining. It's hard to tell. No, I don't know. It's damp out there. It might have rained last night. But I think the other thing I'll do before I jump off, I will jump off. You're welcome. Love you. I love you all. And thank you so much for joining me. If you can hit a like, the comments, they're fantastic. And definitely, if you're joining me on StreamYard through Facebook, just make sure that StreamYard has permission to share your name. It's something you have to log in or go to StreamYard. And I don't know how. On my end, I'd have to be on your end and I'd probably be able to tell you, but you have to go to StreamYard and give them permission to share your name, your Facebook username. So if you want that, then it makes it a little bit easier for me. But otherwise, all you have to do is just say who you are. I'll probably remember who you are anyway, once you comment and say your name. And then if you want a card, I can definitely pull a card for you. But we're 1 minute away and I'm going to go off and pull a card for that person that I said I would last night, but forgot, and post that for them. But I love you and I hope you have a beautiful Saturday. I hope that you're planning on doing things for you, pouring love into you. Because remember, everything in your life is a reflection of how you feel about yourself. If you feel that you are, unlovable, you'll find people that will confirm to you that fact or will treat you poorly, right? Treat yourself with the most love and affection and kindness and compassion, right? Believe yourself to be abundant. We all are abundant, and abundant isn't just how much money, right? You can be abundant in peace. You can be abundant in health. You can be abundant in social connections. You can be abundant in a bunch of different ways, right? So That's all. I'm off for the day. I love you. Have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. And I will see you tomorrow with more card pulls and see how it relates to trauma and mental health healing and recovery. I love you guys. I really do. You guys make me so happy. I absolutely, since I've, navigated and went through all of these changes and healed myself and then continued to go on and, with my company and start doing all of this, I have an abundance of love in my life, an abundance of love for myself and an abundance of love for you guys. So thank you so much. Thank you very much for being with me.